Yo guys, what is up? It is Monkey here, guys, and today guys, welcome back to another video. Now this isn't my normal content, this is just what I'm trying something new, and this is the top 30 tips and tricks that I have for you guys. Let me guys know if you guys like this in the comment below, and please subscribe, and let's get started with the video. Now the first tip I have for you guys is that I feel like everybody should have a recording software no matter what that is, and I use two. So I use OBS and I use the NVIDIA like GeForce Experience. And you guys can use either or if you guys don't even have NVIDIA for like your graphics card, then I would suggest using OBS because it's free. And you can have like instant replay on, or you could just have recording always, which that's going to use more storage obviously. So just have instant replay so you could just like clip it instead of just like recording your whole screen for like ever. And you guys can also do like in OBS, you guys can do start replay buffer. And I'm not sure how to actually get to it because I honestly forgot. But I would assume that it's somewhere like here. And you guys can probably just look up a video, but I do recommend using a recording software. Now, what I have for you guys right here that many people might not know, and is that if you take a lesser antidote after the beer effect and you get to the nausea effect, it actually clears it, and it's honestly one of the best things. And honestly, I didn't figure this out until like a year ago, and it's probably like one of the best things in PvP, because once you pop it, you don't have that nausea effect, and you can actually regen stamina, and yeah. Now this is probably the oldest trick in the book, and it's with the Deodon, and as long as the Deodon has no food in it, you just take any type of meat and then make sure you can like fill the inventory as much as possible. You take it out of render and you go back into render of the Deodon, make sure nobody's in render, and it has full food again. Another tip that I have for you guys is called grapple glitching. Now a lot of people still don't know how to do it, and I'm just gonna try and explain it as best as I can. Now all you guys have to do is literally just shoot the ground with the grapple. Now do not cut that, do not do anything to it, and just reel out. And what I mean by reel out is if you were actually grappled to the side of the thing like this, you just want to reel out and just press the right click with your mouse button. Now that's all you have to do, just right click and just hold it and keep it held. Now once you're holding it and everything like that, you want to cut it, but make sure you are still holding that right click. If you're not, it's not going to work. Now, since you're still holding it, you're just going to want to shoot another grapple anywhere that you want to go into that direction. Now, you guys can see it's already taking me off the ground, and it might not work since I waited too long. But yeah, that's pretty much how it works. So you just want to, like I said, just hold it, make sure you're holding the right click, aim wherever I want to go. So I want to get on top of this mountain, so I'm going to aim up here, and you guys can see it's starting to take me, and you guys just let go of that like right click. And I'm sorry if that wasn't like the best like explanation, but that's just how, like what I got for you guys. Now in front of me I have 3 tech jennies, and this is just an example for your towers, just to know like how to build the jennies like on your towers. Now you never want to put your jenny on top of a foundation, and this is the reason why. A foundation is only 5 C4, and with the tech jenny being on top of that, it automatically goes boom boom. Now with your tech jenny on the floor, it actually takes the amount of C4 it does to destroy a jenny, which I think it's 15. If it's not 15, then I really don't care, but I'm pretty sure it's 15. Now you guys can see that it doesn't go away with the 5 C4, and it's a lot better than what I just did right there, because it was a lot easier. Now to even make that even harder for people to destroy your jenny, you want to vault drop your jenny. And what I mean by vault drop is exactly what I did. You can just do this, like it's as simple as that. And now you have to destroy the vaults, and then you have to destroy the jenny with 15 more C4. And like I said, don't put the jenny on top of that foundation. Just do it exactly what I did, and you guys can see that's even more cancer to actually get to the jenny. Now, are you guys trying to figure out how far the range of your turret goes? Now, this is the perfect like example of how to test that. Now you guys can see I have a dino leash in front of me, and this jenny's powering it, so don't mind that. But just mind this dino leash. This dino leash on long range shows the exact range of a turret that will be placed right here. So if I placed a turret exactly where this dino leash is, the range right here, the red, like the line, shows how far the turret will actually shoot. And it helps out so many base like locations. Now I'm over on Extinction, and you guys can see that I have a battery in my inventory. You're supposed to have a charged battery BP that you would get on Aberration, but I couldn't spawn one in, so I have a charged battery. So you guys will just put the charged battery BP inside of a terminal or a charging station, and you guys will see that the BP is actually getting charged. And once it's fully charged, you can start crafting fully charged batteries. And it's as simple as that. Some people did not know that, and yeah, I was just here to tell you guys you can actually do that. Now, what I'm about to show you guys right now is mostly towards the PC players. I'm not sure if you guys can actually enter your command prompt on console without, like, you know, because you can do it on PC, which is your keybind. I'm not sure if you guys can do it on console. But if you guys can, you guys would just do exactly what I'm doing. And once you upload yourself and you want to get to the same map, and like let's just say you're in a PvP moment and you just want to hurry up and get off map and then come back to the same map, you just do /reconnect and you will end up back on the same map you were just on. Now, I wasn't bullet in this clip, and I just tried to show it as the best I could, but basically you just want to have your shield out, and hopefully it's a riot shield because the metal shield's smaller, and it obviously costs more weight, but basically just hold out your shield and, like, crouch, because then it will hide your boots, because if you're bullet and you're, like, standing up, people can still shoot your boots, and a lot of people just don't do that, and it's just something as simple as that. Now, a lot of people still think tech turrets shoot rockets, and they completely don't. If there's no heavies or auto turrets, and they're completely soaked, tech turrets will not shoot rockets. Now, if you're soaking somebody's tower and they overweight you, do not panic. The first thing to do is to either try to get a car key and pick your own stego out of the turret range, or you can actually hop off your tame and start whipping it from underneath, and you will not get shot by the turrets, and if you do, it's just a little bit, but you can still whip your tame even though it's overweight, and you can get it back to safety. Now, this is more of a knowledge check for most people. I just want to let everybody know that Golem is always going to be most likely boosted on every unofficial server. So I'd highly recommend going to Golem because you get a lot of PvP. And sometimes you can get good BPs like flak BPs or shotgun or fabbies or whatever like that. Now, we've all been there before. We've all crowd-sticked our tames, and we just sit there and wondering how long it's going to take. But with the shadow maids, you got to make sure that they're maid boosted, so you have to have a male and female, and you also have to sit on the male. And once you're on the male, you have to press whatever your crouch button is, and you guys are going to release a roar, and you guys will see that the torpor is actually going down. Now, this is for any ARC player. I don't care if you're old, new, if you think you know everything, if you don't. I bet you every single one of you have your tame on enable ally looking, and you want to disable that as fast as you can. And there's a new method that you guys can do too, so you can actually copy all settings to nearby tames, and which is actually amazing because I cannot stand when people have enabled ally looking. Now, I'm showing off my settings on how I play ARC, and you guys can see that on the very left, you guys are going to see the view distance, and people play with that either way. I play with it on epic, but people play with it on low because for PvP, let's just say you see a rock, and you have it on render distance low, it's not going to show that rock, and you guys can see people behind the rock. And if you have it on epic, you're going to be able to see the rock, and you're not going to be able to see the person in front of it, or behind it, I meant, sorry. And you guys can play with every settings like that, and most people with higher NPCs you're going to see with Epic, or if they want lower things for their FPS, I guess they can have their extra 2 FPS it gives you. But that's what I have. I have it all on Epic, and everybody else plays with that as well. But every other option that you guys see, I highly recommend you guys turning on or off, like the motion blur, turning off, all of those little check marks I want you to just check on, and the other ones just have no check at all. And I also show the advanced tab too, so people can know what to put on for that one as well, and hopefully you guys will learn a little thing from that too. Now, in the beginning of the clip, I just show off my gamma, and the gamma can just be switched on to the command prompt. Usually I stick with gamma 3 because that's just the perfect brightness for me. And usually people would go to Gamma 5 if they're inside a cave, which I do as well. I always do Gamma 5 when I'm inside the lava golem or something. And usually if it's just really bright, I'll just stick with my Gamma 3. And just trying to play with that as much as you guys can. Just don't, you don't have to follow exactly what I do for those. But yeah, so basically in the next clip, I'm going to show that my NVIDIA graphics card, specialties that you guys can add. And if you guys play with your actual GPU, the game will look a lot better. And these are the 3 things you guys are going to want to have on to make your game just look a lot better. And it's going to be color and brightness and contrast and sharpen. And you guys can play with the settings. I ended up showing off the whole numbers of what you guys want to have. And it's basically as close as I could to get to Shockist. And I will link his video in the description below because he shows off his I and the same exact NVIDIA like settings as I have, just because I like the way his game looked. And you guys can see in the next clip as well that you guys are going to see how it looks with the graphics that I put on and with just the normal game. And with the normal game, it just looks like a lot more duller. And with mine, it looks more like vibrant and brighter. And yeah, you guys can just play with that as you will, but these are just mine. Now, I would say tech suiting has become a skill that a lot of good PvPers have learned, and I'm here to show you guys the basics because I'm not even that good at tech suiting either, and a lot of people are a lot better. So these are just the basics that I just learned, and it was just the best way to actually try to learn how to PvP with it as well. So basically, if you guys are just going to be PvPing and you guys are just see somebody there and you just want to fabby them and they start shooting you and your fed suit, and let's just say your health gets low, you just want to tech gauntlet away, and you guys can actually cancel it with any structure in your inventory. Make sure it's a structure. It can't be anything else. It can't be food. It can't be, I don't know, just an egg. It can't be anything you can't click on. Now, if you can click on a structure, that's the best thing. Most people have transmitters, and I'd highly recommend you guys putting transmitters in your inventory as well. And the reason is because you guys can actually just obviously use it as your structure for tech suiting, but you could also use it to, you know, take stuff out of your upload while you're mid PvPing, and you can pull stuff out, or even just upload yourself if you're in a dangerous situation. Now, I have another transmitter in my inventory right now, and you guys can see how I just tech suited away, and you see how fast I'm actually moving. But if I was actually getting chased by like 5 tech suiters, the first thing I would do, and I'm not sure if it's illegal for wildcard, but a lot of unofficials ban it, like MTS. MTS has this not allow it at all. And basically what you do is you just place a structure over you, and now you're basically invincible until they destroy that transmitter. And you can still upload your survivor through it too, which is kind of funny, and it's just the best thing to do. Now, I usually don't show off my keybinds because I don't even believe that I don't even like my keybinds that much either. But a lot of people do not know that I've actually transferred from console to PC like about maybe like a year ago now. But it feels like 8 months, basically. So I just show off my keybinds right now. But like I said, I don't even really like them. And yeah, I started getting used to it. But like I said, I transferred from console to PC. And a lot of people did not know that, honestly. It was kind of weird that people just thought I just was straight up on PC. And I'm actually just now starting to get used to my keybinds a lot. So you guys can just practice with like what you guys want with these. Like I said, I only have not really much changed other than my crouch button and, you know, my toggle sprint and stuff. But I just want to say one thing, and one thing for sure, is I want every single person to make sure that all follow me is unassigned. I don't care what you do, just make sure you do not have that assigned. And it's just do not do that. Like, that's just one thing I would not tolerate people doing, because people would just whistle all, and the whole base is just unorganized again. Now, the mouse I use is actually really good because I use the Razer Mamba Elite, and I can actually change my DPI from like every single click I use. So my first click I can use 300, the second one obviously 400, and so on. And me and XVivo even talked about this too. We like talked about what DPI we use. And basically your DPI is just on your mouse of how, like, I guess left to right, like how fast it goes. So I put on 700, it's obviously going to move a lot faster. And if I put it to 300, it's not going to move as fast. But me and XVivo both play on a 600, and if you guys want to play on it, there it is. No, I highly recommend when you guys are making a character. Now, you guys can either make it really dark character so you guys it's harder to see. But I usually, now I'm starting to use just the normal, like, skin tone, like in the middle. That's what you start off with. That's what I mean by normal. And you guys are just going to want to follow the settings I do. You always want to make a female character and make it as small as you can, other than your guys' arms. Now, the reason you don't make the hand or the arm length small is because it protects your legs a lot better. And obviously, everybody knows that everybody targets the legs because it has, like, one of the easiest abilities to knock off. So that's what you usually do. And a lot of people mess with the feet. Like, I seen Imian do that. And he even says that in his videos a lot, that, you know, he tries to be a Giga Chad and use the feet to make it bigger, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what's in Imian's head. But that's in Imian's head. Love you, Imian. But yeah, this is what the character you're going to want to look like. And obviously, you guys are going to name your survivor. And you guys can actually make it a preset too. So if you're on wipe day and you don't want to just hurry up and just click everything and just hurry up, just, you know, waste time that way, I don't really use the the preset, but a lot of people do just to save time. Now, when you're just starting to enter the lava golem, you will see a notification that pops up on your screen that says boss available. And when you're in the lava golem arena as well, as long as you don't enter the little tunnel, you will see boss available pop up on your screen. And that means an enemy is in the front of the entrance where you just were and where you just seen me enter the cave. And every time it pops up, you will know how many enemies are coming in. So if you see boss available come up 5 times, you know there's going to be 5 enemies rolling up behind you. So just be ready and prepared for a fight. Now, if you don't have a binoculars or spyglass on unofficial that shows you the dino stats, if you press H on any dino with Helena, it shows off all the dino stats, and it's one of the best things to be added into the game. Now, as you guys can see, I am back in 2015, and if anybody does not know this, and now in 2023, then I'm really sorry for you. But if you guys don't, I'm still going to show it anyways. Dodo decks, you guys just look it up on Google and you guys will see that all of any type of tame on Ark shows up. And let's just say I click on this Bronto, it shows you the how many trinks and everything it will take for like a 150, and you can mess with the stats. Like if you are on a 10 times speed taming, you guys can do that. You can do the food drain multiplier, you can do the level, and you can look up anything on Dodo decks. You can see how high the HP is, and it will show you how many points there's into it with the stat calculator and what kind of kibble it takes. Everything you need to know is on Dodo decks. Now, a quick tip to you guys is that I still see people do this in 2023. I just want people to know that places like this, if I wanted to upload right here, is probably like one of the worst spots to do because it's so heavily populated. And even just like on Blue Ob on Rag, I would just never upload there if you guys have important stuff, or if you guys are just doing trading or whatnot, that you guys are just going to be getting killed every single time you're going to go there. So I would just be careful at what drops, and like just keep looking around with your K mode, and just be careful when you guys upload. Now, any passive tame that doesn't fight back, and I'm just going to use this Maywing because I see Maywings always tamed on unofficial. It's probably like one of the most, you know, tamed thing on unofficial. And basically, the best way to trap it is literally just take a billboard and get it trapped. And that's just the best way to trap it. And a Maywing only takes around 3 tranks if you have like a decent crossbow. And it might even be faster than that. Honestly, you could probably knock it out with a club. And it just makes taming a lot faster. Now let's just pretend that is wipe day, and you guys have your character all ready, all named up, and you guys want to spawn exactly where I do on Lost Island. And this is just the best way that I know to get Magmasaurs, because Magmasaurs obviously farm metal the best. And the only reason I'm going to use GCM is just to speed up the time, but you guys just want to spawn exactly where I do, and you guys will literally get a Magmasaur egg and within like 2 seconds of the wipe. And it's honestly the best thing to do. So I would just spawn here. And literally, like I said, it's just going to speed up my time because I'm in GCM. But you would just walk yourself all the way around, and it's going to be like a little bit difficult because you're going to have like a level 70 character with no med brews. And like I said, you guys might need a little bit of med brews, but you're just going to want to take the route that I am taking and just go directly where I do. And it's going to lead you to this little like volcano area. And you're going to go inside and you're going to see some Magmasaurs. And like I said, it is doable on foot. And all you have to do is, I'm going to go out of GCM. The only reason I'm probably going to die if I do start dying to the flame is because I have no levels in my inventory or my player. So you just grab the egg and just directly just run out. And I'm with the level 1 character right now. And I just ran out and I just died right there because like I said, I'm not even leveled or anything. But yeah, that's just the fastest way to get a Magmasaur egg. Now, if it is wipe day for you guys, and you guys are just struggling to know what boss fight to do, and you guys are wondering how people do it so fast, and that is because people do Beta Val, and Beta Val gives you Transmitter, Replicator, and it just gets you started really fast. And it only takes 3 tributes, and I said tributes, but it only takes 3 artifacts, and you can get all 3 artifacts on Crystal Isles. So within 10 minutes, you can just go on Crystal Isles and get those 3 artifacts. And with all of those tributes right there, that you guys can see, it says Sarco, Sauropod, Titanoboa Venom, T-Rex Arms, and I'm not going to say the RGs and stuff like that. But Valguero has literally one of the easiest tribute farm because it has every single one of those dinos that I listed out. And I can just show you guys real quick where they spawn. Now, the Allosaurs all spawn within the chalk hill zones, and you guys can see that the sauropods as well with the brontos and diplos. And if you guys want to get the rexes or RG talons over here, you guys would just spawn anywhere near Green Ob, and you guys will see RGs flying all around here with the rexes as well. And it was just one of the easiest farms because you also have the swamp right next to it where you can get the Sarco skins and Titanobovenom. And that's literally it. That's the whole boss fight right there. And now I would show you guys exactly like one by one of me getting the tributes, but that would just take way too long. And if you guys really wanted to know exactly where to get the Rexes and everything like that, I mean, you guys are just gonna have to look around with your own eyes. I try to tell you guys exactly where to look, like the location to just punching around, and if you guys don't follow it, then I guess you guys are a little lost. Now, if you invite somebody into the tribe and they start making turret towers and you guys see their outlets just hanging out like this, then you guys need to kick them straight away. And the reason is because that's the easiest flamethrower, and that's the whole Jenny is just gone. Like, you can just walk in, the turrets are all off, and it's just the easiest wipe of their life. If you guys didn't know, you can actually shoot a rocket underwater, and all you will need is a fed chest or a tech chest. And all you have to do is have the rocket out, and as you guys are like swimming or whatever, all you have to do is press spacebar and just shoot the rocket. And you guys have to do that at this exact same time. So on console, I'm pretty sure you just have to just make sure you just enable your chest piece. Like, you guys press, I think it's X to just go on your chest piece. If I'm wrong, then my bad. But for PC players, all you have to do is press spacebar and shoot the rocket at the same time, and it will go off. If you want to tame Reapers, tame it in the radiation zone, because it would be harder for people to PvP you while everyone has to wear a radiation zone or they will die. And just make sure when you have the baby, just travel off-world and not in the radiation zone, or you will lose the baby. One of the best ways and one of the fastest ways to get level 100 on any wipe day is to go to Extinction, grab the 4x and 2x node. You can look up a video on how to do that, but there is 1 2x right there and 1 4x right here. So that would last you about 5 minutes, and if you guys take a prim shotgun and about 100 shells, or whatever shotgun or whatever shells you guys get, just make sure you guys go towards the sulfur zone, and all the spinos will be over here, and you guys can see that some spawn up here. And like I said, you guys can look up a different video so it can go more into depth about it, where all the spinos spawn. But this is basically the main location where I would go, and they obviously respawn after you kill them, after you go out of render and stuff. So this is basically just the normal place to go and get spinos and reach level 100 the fastest and quickest way on your wipe day. Now, I'm willing to bet that most of you guys knew most of those tips and tricks. If you guys didn't, I hope you guys really appreciated this video. And if you guys want to help me out and you guys have any other special tips and tricks that most people don't know, please let me know in the comment section below, and I will feature it in the next video if you guys like these types of videos. And if it really did help you out, then I will keep doing them. I was going to do a farming part, like I was going to show the best farming spots on Ab, Crystal Isle, or just like Poly, like what's the best spots, what's the best tames to use for certain like resources, and all types of stuff like that. I was going to do that, but I just did these ones, and if you guys want to see those ones, please let me know also in the comment section below. But like I said, if you guys did like it, I will probably do it with another one of these. But until then, I hope you guys did enjoy this one, and I will see you guys in the next one.